Hey folks, Crazy Climber here again, and this time we're going to look at another versus game. I'm just kind of on a versus Nintendo arcade kick, but this game was created by Irem actually in late 1983, but I think Americans saw it pretty much in 1984. But this is a football game, and it's called 10-Yard Fight, or this one is versus 10-Yard Fight. It doesn't show the versus on the marquee here, but I think that's the versus marquee. This is, as far as I know, absolutely identical to the arcade original, but this was also licensed to Taito in America, the original arcade game. But for an early football title, this is actually pretty decent. There was an NES port of this that was really watered down, but at least it included offense and defense in the game. In this one, you can only play offense. But you start out as a high school team, then you play as a college team, and then a pro team, and then lastly, you can play in the Super Bowl. And there's no copyright issues because there are no pro football teams in this, nor college teams, nor high school teams. But I made a 20 from 1984 entry for the original 10-Yard Fight at number 15, I believe. But this isn't too bad a game, and like I said, this plays just like the arcade original. The NES one is totally different. Well, it's not totally different, but there are major differences. You have the option of, when you hike the ball, either throwing it to a running back or running it with it yourself as the quarterback, or you can throw it to the running back and then throw it to a guy that's hopefully wide open downfield, like there, the wide receiver there. And you need to advance the ball for a first down in order to get more time. There is a timer that ticks down, and if it runs to 0 before you get in the end zone, your game is over. So you really have to get a touchdown. Getting first downs does put some time back on the clock. It usually puts back like 5 or 6 minutes. The point value in the game seems to change. You get points for obviously a touchdown. You get points for first downs. You get points for once you get a touchdown, you get points for booting a kick through or running it in. There's no actual football score in this game. There, you got 6 minutes back on. Even when the time runs out, you can finish the play, and if you get a first down on that play, you'll get to keep on playing because you get time restored. The pass can get intercepted, and the computer is actually very adept at picking off a pass. We'll play in just a moment here. We'll get started. In the NES version, you get a pick which level you're at. High school, college, pro, Super Bowl. Not in this one, you just start out at high school. Here, when you return the ball, you can move to set up your blockers in place to take out the opponent. And when you hear them go whoop, they're about to dive at you. And if they dive and touch you, you're going down. That's the end of that play. You can shake off of a tackler that just grabs you, but just one. If a second comes along and gets you, there's a good successful pass, then you're going to go down. And you see the red bar on the right side. You have to pass that. And if you get right up to it and it looks like you might have gotten the first down, well, oftentimes guess again. Hey, he was wide open. Even if they look fairly open, it's not a good idea to risk it. It's probably going to get picked off. Like I said, the computer's very good at picking it off. You can throw over the lines, and they won't be able to pick it off. Boy, he didn't dive at me, but he took me down. That was kind of lame. But I got the first down, so I get to keep playing. Look at all that time I got left. When you do get across the end zone, you get points for all the... Phew, I managed to get free. Avoid the sack. You get points for all the time left when you get in the end zone. 2nd down and 4. I have not seen this in the arcades. Ooh. And a touchdown. 5,000 points for crossing the end zone there. That value changes. I get bonus for all the time I got left. Now, when you do the bonus game, it's often a good idea to back away if you're just going to kick the extra point. Back away and wait until that arrow's straight and then kick. Your kicker has the most phenomenal leg strength in the history of man. They can kick it from far the hell away. And let's just quickly look at him run it in. I put invincibility on here, but I just wanted you to see him run it in. That's also an option, and you get more points that way. Now, let's look at the second half of the high school game. Yeah, you play 2 halves for each contest. Even off the screen, your blockers can still stop tacklers. So you just wiggle the joystick and press the buttons to get out of the grip of enemies that didn't dive at you, that are just grabbing you. The end zone looks different for the between the high school and college and pro teams. Yeah, don't throw it there. Yeah, if you see guys that might be in the way, defenders that might be in the way, don't throw it. They'll pick it off. As you might imagine, the NES 10-yard fight is a million times easier than this. See, I threw it over the lines. Easy. But you don't want to throw it at cornerbacks or safeties or whatever. Oh, that was fortunate that guy didn't turn the other way, because he would have picked it off. For each contest you play, they show a football on the right, and that guy was wide open. I had to throw it to him. Can he go all the way? Nope. I let him take me down. But again, look on the right and see that red line. That indicates where the first down is. And even if you reach that line, you might not get a first down. Oh, thank God I broke away from that sack. Or let my halfback get tackled. Here I got in the end zone. And I get points for all the time remaining. And again, it's a good idea to back away once you snap the ball on extra points. Wait until the arrow is straight and then kick. And you can kick from your own end zone and you'll still make that extra point. That's crazy. I'll show you that later on. You get this little celebration before you go to the next difficulty level. Now I got to play a college team. I have the arcade version, like I said, on my 20 from 1984 series, number 15. Check that out. It's exactly the same as far as I can tell as the Versus Nintendo game. There, they got me. Remember, your guy's in red. Don't watch the tackles and forget where you are, or your blockers. Yeah, he wasn't wide open, so I had to run with it. like I said, for an early football game, this was actually released in late 1983, the original. That's a pretty good game of football for its time. Before that, we didn't have jack for football games. Perhaps the best one before that was Atari Football, the black and white game from 1978 or 79, that just had you as X's and O's. I mean, literally, not anything fancy whatsoever for its time, even. I'll have to review that one someday. Yeah, when they're that wide open, you have to throw it to them. There we go. First down. I get 6 more minutes added. Can I make it into the end zone and therefore get to the pro level? Oh, my time's out. I gotta make first down, and I don't think I did. Nope. 2nd and 3. Game over. Well, that's versus 10-yard fight. And the original was released in late 1983. But I considered it 1984 for my 20 from 1984 series. That's what it looks like when you've beaten college. It says challenge a pro team next. Good luck. And you play the professional level. I think I put in a cheat invincibility just to show you what it looks like to run it all the way back for kickoff return touchdown. That's the way to get the most points in the game, I believe. You get like 10,000 or 20,000, depending, I think, on the difficulty level you're on. Yeah, I put on invincibility. They can't tackle me because I'm the gingerbread man. But, the end zones look different for each difficulty level. I can't remember what it was like for the high school one, but for college, it's like some mustachioed guy with a Lone Ranger mask or something. Can't remember. And then the pro, I think, I'm trying to remember what it was. No, the pro had the guy with the cowboy hat and the mustache and Lone Ranger mask. Bandana. And then I think the Super Bowl had eagles in there, and there's the scene that says you're going to the Super Bowl. The strongest pro team accepts your challenge. Well, I didn't show my kickoff return here. I cut it short because I wanted to show you the ridiculous leg strength of your kicker when you go for the extra point. I put on invincibility here too. See the Eagles in the end zone. This is the Super Bowl game. They're all going to miss me, but I just wanted to show you how ridiculously strong his leg is when he goes all the way to his own end zone and kicks it from there and makes it. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that arrow that moves left and right to show where your kick is going to go is still moving even though it's off screen. I could, I guess, miss it if that's the case, left or right, but you'll never come up short at least. I don't know what this guy has in his leg that's so ridiculously strong that he can kick from anywhere. He'd probably kick from China and make it. Well, let's boot it from just about my own end zone. I booted it down from the 1 or so. Looks fairly straight. It's probably going to make it. It's going just a little tidge right. It looks like it's changing appearance, like the ball is going to drop eventually, but it doesn't. Will I make it? Oh, just barely. That's ridiculous. Well, that was versus 10-yard fight, and once you beat the Super Bowl, it just goes to excellent, you are the best, good luck, and then you play the Super Bowl again and again and again. But that is versus 10-yard fight for the Nintendo versus cabinet, the arcade game, and the original was late 1983. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching versus 10-yard fight for the Nintendo versus cabinet. I will catch you later in the future with another video. Bye, folks.